Casting is one of the most important aspects of making a film. If the director doesn't find just the right actor for each part, the whole project could be derailed before it even hits theaters. And throughout the process, filmmakers will sometimes go through a number of actors before settling on the final choice, dodging a few bullets in the process. Here are Screen Rant's 10 terrible movie castings that could have happened. The Lord of the Rings. One of the highlights of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy was Ian McKellen's performance as the friendly but powerful wizard Gandalf. Actor and character are so inseparable, it's hard to envision anyone else in the role. But Jackson originally wanted Sean Connery to whisk Frodo away on his journey to Mordor. Nothing against Connery's ability as an actor, but his talents as a suave gentleman spy don't seem like the proper fit for the part. Not only that, Connery claimed he didn't understand the script, so fantasy fans everywhere were better off. The Matrix. Keanu Reeves may seem a long shot for an avalanche of Oscars, but he's solid gold in an action role. No part was more suited to his style than Neo, the one able to unite mankind against the Matrix. The Wachowskis first offered the part to Will Smith, but the Fresh Prince turned it down, unconvinced by their pitch of a machine-ruled future. After seeing the film, Smith admitted he wouldn't have been as good as Reeves, so it's for the best that he turned it down.
Absolutely.
Donnie Darko. A young Jake Gyllenhaal turned heads with his impressive turn as the title star of the moody Donnie Darko, but he wasn't the first choice. That honor goes to Vince Vaughn, who was coming off the success of Jon Favreau's debut Swingers. When offered the role, Vaughn had the common sense to turn it down. Even if he proved he can handle dramatic roles, his age would have been a massive problem. We doubt many moviegoers would be able to buy a 30-year-old Vaughn as a high school student. Star Wars. Han Solo is defined by his roguish charm, and the personality fit actor Harrison Ford like a glove, which is why he became one of the most iconic characters in the Star Wars saga. But George Lucas was initially reluctant to cast Ford in the role and tested several others during pre-production. One of the actors was none other than Christopher Walken. Everyone loves the charismatic Walken, who is absolutely an awards-worthy talent, but it's hard to picture him as a Corellian smuggler. Walken's known for playing odd people who are out there, so it's hard to believe the original movie's tone would have survived with him in the cast.
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
The Terminator. There's no doubt about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born to play the Terminator. He had the physique and the demeanor to convincingly play a killer cyborg, but early on, director James Cameron had another actor in mind. His infamous top choice was football star turned screen actor O.J. Simpson. But producers rejected the idea, saying that charismatic Simpson was too likable to portray a killer. Fate had a rather ironic way of proving them wrong, but Arnold was still the right choice, launching one of the greatest action careers in movie history. American Psycho. In one of his breakout roles as a grown-up movie star, Christian Bale illustrated his mesmerizing ability to lose himself in a role by playing the chilling Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. Originally, Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be the one talking about Huey Lewis in the news, hot off the blockbuster Titanic. Lionsgate wanted the heartthrob for the lead, but DiCaprio backed out to make The Beach instead. It's probably for the best that it didn't pan out. Though Leo has played a wide range of interesting characters, at the time he still had a boyish look. Hard to take seriously as a psychopathic New York yuppie. The Shining. Jack Torrance is one of Jack Nicholson's most famous roles, but he wasn't Stanley Kubrick's first choice to head to the Overlook Hotel. He initially considered Robin Williams for the part, but changed his mind after seeing the actor's famous turn on the TV show Mork and Mindy. Apparently, the show convinced Kubrick that Williams was too psychotic for Torrance, and he went in a different direction.
Go check it out.
Williams eventually turned in some incredible dramatic roles, but at the height of his comedy success, it may have been jarring for viewers to see the zany funny man chase his wife with an axe. Dirty Harry. With his trademark scowl and growl, few actors have put a stamp on a character like Clint Eastwood did with Dirty Harry Callahan. But what if Frank Sinatra was the one asking punks if they felt lucky? The legendary crooner was Warner Brothers' first pick for the role, but Sinatra had to drop out when a broken wrist made holding Harry's signature magnum impossible. Sinatra's a star in his own right, but a no-nonsense action hero is more Eastwood's forte. He was legitimately frightening in character, and it's hard to imagine Sinatra inspiring an equal amount of fear. Bad Boys. Will Smith didn't turn down every blockbuster role that came his way, going down in action movie history alongside Martin Lawrence in Michael Bay's Bad Boys series. However, the movie could have gone in a completely different direction, since it was originally written with Saturday Night Live alums Dana Carvey and John Lovitz under the title Bulletproof Hearts. Those plans apparently fell through when Carvey witnessed some questionable behavior by producer Don Simpson at a Las Vegas party. Movie fans are probably thankful for Simpson's wilder days, since Smith and Lawrence turned in a truly refreshing dose of buddy cop comedy. Rocky. One of the main reasons Rocky's underdog story became such a hit was just how clearly Sylvester Stallone embodied the down-on-his-luck boxer. After all, he wrote the script himself. But the studio wanted to see a more established star in the lead, with Robert Redford and Burt Reynolds being two names offered. That may have been a tough sell for audiences, since an A-lister went against what the role was all about. Stallone refused to sell a script unless he could play Rocky, and history was made. The decision cut the film's budget by $1 million, but in the end, it was the secret to the entire franchise's success. Those are our picks for terrible casting decisions that almost happened. Do you agree with our list? Which near misses are you happy didn't come through? Sound off in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.